Hey, how are you? This is Dawnna St. Louis, and welcome. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how not to suck on video. And by the way, I am not doing this because I'm like, I am the diva of video-ness. Because I don't believe that, but I know there are some people who hit me up all the time, and they're like, hey, how do I do what you do on video? And, it's not that I think I'm end all be all, but I do have a few tricks of the trade that I kind of use that I'm going to share with you. So I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes. So I'm going to pull this iPhone off. I'm going to flip around and show you stuff that I do. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this, okay? So of course you got to have something to talk about, right? So you can pick a topic. You can do whatever it is that you want in regards to a topic, but pick a topic that you really want to talk about. But now let's talk about the setup. You got a topic you're going to talk about. Let's talk about the setup. Lighting, backdrop, sound, camera angle, your colors that you're wearing, your clothes, your notes, and making sure that you have your technology charged. So we'll start with that. Make sure that your technology is charged up. And I just realized I totally don't even know that if I charge this up or not. I wrote that note. I wrote that note last and literally unplugged my phone and walked the other way. All right, but let's talk about lighting. So everybody talks about, you have to have these huge lights all over the place, and those are all well and good. But quite honestly, I get a little frustrated with all the lights and lighting, so I just use a window. Now, people say, well, yeah, but if I use a window, then how am I going to manage, how am I going to get the phone to stay on the window? Well, there is something called a goat case. So this is a goat case that would be for an iPad, but this goat case would also work for any non-porous surface, right? So I'm going to actually take the phone off real quick. Well, I'll take the phone off in a few minutes and I'll talk about the goat case. All right, backdrops. Okay, so I kind of don't want to show the kitchen or the bathroom or my bedroom or the garage or any of that. And right now, through the fall, I'm staying in my New York apartment. So there's a picture over my cafe table. Notice that I have the doors closed in the background, right? Why? Because this is the bathroom right here, and I don't want to be doing a shot of the bathroom, right? So I actually have the camera angled so it's actually pointing towards this wall, and I'm going to show you that in a second. The other thing is I'm literally standing right in front of a window, so I'm getting the daylight, the sunlight to be my lighting. So that's the other thing. I have a decent backdrop. It's not too busy. Like some people have really, really busy backdrops. It's not too light. I'm going to show you the other backdrop. I'm going to grab the camera right now and pull it off. Let's just do that. Okay, so I've moved the camera, and you'll notice that when I walk further back, by the way, my apartment isn't great. My New York apartment especially does not have fantastic lighting. It's actually doing pretty good. I'm surprised at how well lit it is. It doesn't have fantastic lighting. I'm going to flip this around because I really want you to see how this is set up. Let's see. Yeah, I could right there. So you'll see that I was literally standing there, and you can use a goat case or you can use one of these. So this is just suction to the window. And then what it does is it just turns this left and right, and I have it pointing to this section. And so I stand right there in front of my cafe table, literally between that lamp and that chair. So that's usually where I'm standing. And notes. So I don't know if you could see this, but I write on my window quite often. And that's how I keep up with my notes. That's how I know what I'm going to talk about to make sure I don't go crazy. My sound, usually the sound from the iPhone is really good. I do not have what they call a live room, okay? So a live room is a room where maybe you have tile floors and the sound is bouncing off the walls of the floors, and so it sounds really echoey. If I had that issue like I have in my Florida apartment, then what I do is I take a headset and I plug it in my ear so you don't get all that live sound just bouncing off the walls. All right, so we talked about lights. Again, I'm just using a window. I literally have no extra lighting here. I didn't want to pack lighting and bring it to the New York apartment at all, so I don't do that. The backdrop is just a picture that I already have in my apartment, so it's nothing extra sexy. I'll show you my other backdrop. Sound is coming from it's directly from the iPhone because I'm not in a live room. Camera angle. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Women know this trick. Like 90% of the women know this trick. You take the camera, you put literally the camera angle right at your forehead and you just tilt it down a little bit. This is the best camera angle. Why? Because number one, it forces you to look up and it opens up your eyes a little bit so you don't look like you're falling asleep. Let me show you the difference in what I see from most guys. So now you see like 8 chins, my neck just got fatter, my eyes are closed. For some reason, guys take the phone as if they're hiding it from people and they put it down here and they use this camera angle. No, it does not make you look taller. No, I don't care what you think. And notice how my eyes suddenly closed. This is a bad angle. Pull that baby up. Like seriously, right at your forehead and then just tilt it down. Just a little bit. That's it. You really don't need to see any more than that, right? The further back I go, the more it tilts down. But it's really about arm's length away, and that's good enough. Stop doing this. No one needs to see that. Up here works fantastically well. Give that a shot. All right, so I'm going back to my own notes. Again, I told you the one thing that I do is I put my notes right here. Show you one more time. They're written on the window. I do it all the time. And of course, you want to make sure that you're charged up because all of this goes to hell when you're not charged up. Now, as for me, if you guys watch any of my videos, you might notice that I wear a lot of solids. The reason I wear solids and I'll wear dark colors or bright colors or something like that is because some patterns tend to not work well with camera, with video. So I always go for solids. Solids just work. And I'm going to show you that goat case I was talking about before. So if I was doing something that was straight on, I would literally take this goat case. I have one that's attached to my phone as well. And see, it just sticks. It's just an iPhone case, or this in case is an iPad case, and you just stick it there, and that's it. Now you have a tripod. Your tripod becomes whatever non-porous surface. And yes, I have used this everywhere. I use it in the shower when I want to watch TV. So yeah, I watch TV in the shower. I listen to music in the shower. I use it for my tripod. I use my goat case everywhere. And if you're wondering what it is, it's goat case meeting. Now notice how, by the way, when the light is behind me, I'm blacked out. So you want to make sure that the lighting, clearly that you're looking into the lighting. Anyway, it's called goat case, which stands for greatest of all time case. All right. So here's the other place that I do a lot of my live streams. I will do them over here at my desk. So if you see my desk, it's right next to the window, which means I can take it and I can stick my phone right here if I wanted to, and I could continue my live stream from there, right? So I moved it to another location. Let me show you one other backdrop that I have that I use quite often. I'll take my computer and I'll turn it around and I will use this backdrop. Again, notice that it just has a camera. It just has a picture in the background, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like when you use it. Backdrops don't have to be sexy, crazy, funky, cool. They just have to be there. So notice how there's more interest in the backdrop, right? There's, you could see something going on over there, but there's stuff behind me. It just gives interest to the thing. And you don't have to be set straight in the middle. In fact, setting over here a little bit and looking that way at the camera is way more interesting than being just like this, right? So it just gives a little bit more visual interest. All right. So remember, camera angle up a little bit, just a little bit. And then if you have your camera angle just up just a little bit and tilt it down, it's just a better angle. I am going to lose that angle because I'm now going to sit down at my desk. So I'm not going to get that angle. And my goal, of course, is for this not to fall down since I'm not doing a good job sticking it on. All right, energy. Energy has to come from somewhere. So if you don't feel like doing a live stream, don't do a live stream. Like if you don't have the energy, don't try to fake it. People pull it out like every day. They know when you're faking it. What I do is I'll put a picture of a client. Like someone literally asked me, how do I do this? And so the conversation that I'm having is not with all of you. You are actually eavesdropping on the conversation. The conversation I'm having is with the person who asked for help. So I hope this is really helpful for them. So that's number one. I am talking to a single person, not to everyone. So you want to make sure you're having a conversation with one. Now, if you're going, but Dawnna, sometimes I have to do live streams because I've made a commitment, I've promised whatever, then what you want to do is get your energy up. I will, in a heartbeat, turn on music in the background and I'll start off my live stream dancing, right? It's just having a little bit of fun with people. One way that you can fake it is this. Let me show you. You can fake it simply by raising your eyebrows and smiling. That's it. So there's a difference between going, hey everybody, I'm glad you're here, to hey everybody, I'm glad you're here. All I did was raise my eyebrows and smile. By raising your eyebrows and smiling a little bit, it brings up the energy all of a sudden. It seems like you're like having this exciting conversation. Hey everybody, I'm glad you're here. You know what? It's a big difference when I talk like this and I'm really there and I'm really into it. I'm very animated as compared to when I talk like this and I'm kind of in it and I'm not animated. It just makes a difference. And then finally, your message. So your message wants to follow something like AIDA, which AIDA is attention, interest, desire, and call to action. Here's a little slight turn on AIDA, especially for videos, especially for Facebook Live. First, you want to do attention, capture their attention, how not to suck on video and how to kill it on Facebook Live, right? So that's your opening statement. That's your attention. And you could even say, I can't tell you how many people asked me to do this because blah, blah, blah. Again, I am not the expert on doing these, but I do enough of them that people have now asked me about them. And I used to be a person, by the way, who absolutely positively loathed doing these. Like, they actually scared the crap out of me. I'm going back over to my other spot because this backdrop is killing me and I hate it. Okay, so the first thing is you want to do is you want to have attention. Then you want to have an introduction. Who are you? Why should they be listening to you of all people? And it's so funny that I'm doing a Facebook Live on how to do a great Facebook Live as I'm walking around, right? But there's the other part of this that makes your Facebook Live so real. And it's authenticity. It's being true to who you are. So first you have attention. You want to capture people's attention. Then intro. Introduce yourself. Who are you and why should they be listening to you? Then you want to do interest. Interest is the one thing that they're going to learn how to do or they're going to discover their interest. You want to have credibility, right? So you can throw in a little bit of credibility in there just by saying I did. I call it the credibility connection. You want to have credibility that connects directly with your audience. Then desire, give them what they want. And then finally, a call to action. What should they do next? And that's it. So I hope that you learned a lot about this Facebook Live. What I love for you to do for me is, number one, share this, right? And number two, next time you get ready to do a Facebook Live, I double dog dare you. And next time you do one, tag me. If you are looking for a topic and you're like, I've never done one before and I want to try one and I need a topic, I got a topic for you. One of the things that I'm working on is I'm working on getting more exposure to the perfect profit zone. So go and talk about the perfect profit zone. Just go to perfectprofitzone.com and talk about it. You don't even have to say you love it. You can say it totally sucks. I really don't care. I'm so serious, right? Or you could say, hey, I went to Perfect Profit Zone and this is what I discovered. I didn't even know they had this. It doesn't matter. The goal is right now is for you to learn how to be comfortable doing a Facebook Live, how to really, really go for it and bring in your own energy. So tag me in the next one that you do. And if you're stuck for a topic, say, I discovered Perfect Profit Zone and I want to share it with you, and let that be your topic. Anyway, my name is Dawnna St. Louis. I really hope that you learned a lot from this, and I look forward to you tagging me in your next Facebook Live video.